Welcome back today. My name is Nathan Vanette from the Cottage Farmstead, here with my wife Rebecca, and we are excited to show you the next step in our process. So you can see some stakes set around here. You may be wondering what this is. Well, we went ahead and marked out the perimeter of our house here. So we had my father out to the site with us today. And he brought his transit. What the transit essentially does is we place that in the center of where our house is going to be, and then we set our stakes. And on those stakes we put a ribbon, and that tells us roughly where level is, especially since we have a slope to our land. This is helpful just to get an eye of how much soil we have to move away from the site, and to get our next quote from the excavator in particular. Because now that we have these lines, we can figure out how far do we want to dig, and how much do we want exposed above the grade of the land. So this is an exciting next step in our process, and I'll go ahead and show you and walk around the build site to show you the different heights. While we were editing the vlog, we just remembered that we had forgotten an important element of the marking out of the house, and that is, how do you make a square rectangle? This may seem simple on a piece of paper, but when you're especially dealing with land that has slope to it, it's hard to figure out an even plane for that. So what we ended up doing is marking out one parallel line that we wanted with the perspective of the view from the house. From there, we marked out from that direction to the other side of the house. When you do this, oftentimes it could be a little cattywampus, which can be challenging to square that up. So after this, an easy way just to make sure that you're square is to measure diagonally across a rectangle. If the two numbers end up matching up, then you're very close to square, which is excellent for beginning your house build. So here you can see the ribbon. And all the way along all the other posts there are additional ribbons, and that is approximately where level is in relation to where the transit was set up. This front post is designated as the back porch corner of our house, and then we have a T-post up over here, of which is going to be the corner of our physical living house. So this is just to help give us a good visualization of where the different components of the house are, so that we can angle it on the property to get the vantage point that we want, especially on the front porch, with what view do we want to see and highlight on our property. And here you can see that pink ribbon is almost as tall as I am, so we're about 6 feet off the ground, which shows you how much fall there is to the land here. We're actually going to utilize this to our advantage because we're going to have a full-size basement and want it to have a walkout accessibility. So with this being already 6 feet, that means for a 9-foot wall or basement, we only have to dig down 3 feet. So there's a lot less material to move in order to get that accessibility into our basement. Well, we're wrapping up here for the day. This is going to be the view from our front porch, and as you can see, our focal point is going to be what we call the shack down in the valley. We're really excited to be able to just sit out here, maybe with some sweet tea, and enjoy the view. So thank you for joining us today. Make sure to subscribe below and stay tuned for future videos. Well, we gotta go. Our ride's here.